up? Welcome back to my channel. So today is a little bit different. So it is Halloween is right around the corner, and this is my second look for the Halloween, and I hope you guys like it. I hope I made it pretty easy for you guys to follow along in this video. I kind of got inspo from Nick Tutorials and a whole bunch of other Halloween videos. We are gonna use some fake blood, we're gonna use some liquid latex, and yeah, let's get started. First of all, I already did my eye makeup on this side where I will have like my regular face. You really want to make sure to get rid of all your hair because we're gonna work with glue and some latex and stuff, so you don't want that into your hair. Okay, so once the hair is out of your face, what you want to do is you want to take some glue. This is just some regular school glue, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna kind of erase our brow. So I've seen so many tutorials of this, but I'm doing this my first time. So you really want to push your hair backwards so that you make sure that you really come like in between all the skin, all the hairs, and you really want to like cover all your skin. And then you want to brush your brow hair upwards. Then again, I'm taking the glue and gluing them upwards again. Okay, so this looks really crazy. Then whenever you feel like you have like this is kind of like not bumpy and nice and clean, then you take your loose setting powder. I'm gonna use my Makeup Revolution banana powder, and I'm taking some out onto my hand. You really need a big amount of powder, okay? So then you're just setting your brow. You do this because you want to keep the brow hairs in place throughout the whole entire day. Whenever we have that out of the way, let's apply foundation. So once we've let that bake for a few minutes, I'm gonna take a big fluffy brush and kind of sweep away the excess powder. I hope I will have my brow tomorrow. Oh my gosh. I mean, it looks really crazy. And after this, we're actually going to a Halloween party. Actually, it's not a Halloween party. It's a birthday party, but also like a Halloween party 2-in-1. So I'm gonna have this on for like 10 hours. I'm just praying nothing will happen to my brow or face after this video. Okay, so I'm using my Max Factor Facefinity 3-in-1 foundation. This is in the shade Golden 75. This is a primer, concealer, and foundation in one. So I'm just taking out a pump on the back of my hand. I'm taking my beauty blender and applying this to my whole face. Okay, now let's go over the brow. And whenever you do this step, you want to be kind of careful and just press the foundation into your skin so that you don't erupt anything. Okay guys, so now what we're gonna do, I'm picking up a just take a eyeliner, or I'm using an eyebrow pencil because it's a little bit more stiff, so it will be a little bit better for kind of sketching out wherever you want your kind of skin to pull back. So I'm doing that, and I'm just mapping out wherever I want that pulled up effect. So what I'm actually gonna do, I'm gonna lift my eyebrows like that, and then I see wherever the natural lines are going. So that is where I'm gonna map out it with the pen. Using a brown shade makes it really easy to kind of erase whatever you feel went wrong. Doesn't have to be perfect right now. Okay, that's that, you guys. So the next step is gonna be the blood and the latex. So something some of us will call the fun part. For me, it's the scary part because this is the first time ever I'm playing with both fake blood and latex. So I'm sure it will be just fine. I've watched like tons of makeup tutorials, like YouTube tutorials of this, and yeah, let's do this. What you're gonna need, I'm actually picked up a sponge and I split it in two, but it looks like this. It's just these triangular sponges. I got mine from, I don't remember, but you can buy them like wherever. H&M have really cheap ones and places like that. So I actually also cut mine in half to have like to be able to use it twice. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna apply the latex, some of it, to my face to kind of create a really textured and wound-like face. And as I mentioned, this is the first time ever I will be playing with latex, and I've heard some of the makeup tutorials, some of the tutorials on YouTube was saying that you're not supposed to use it on your face where you have like hair. I have like really fine hair, like everyone has it. So if you don't shave your face, and I don't do that, then you have this fine hair, and then you should be really careful using the latex, because once it dries, it is like rubbery glue or something like that, so it can be really painful to remove it. But I'm gonna give it a try. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the latex. Oof, and this smells so bad, you guys. Ugh, I really hate the smell of it. But let's do it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take some out like directly to my sponge, like that. And I will apply it wherever I want, like the texture skin. So you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I'm going to. Oh, it hurts my eyeball. This is so strong, you guys. Oh my gosh. I can't come near my eyeball with this. What is this? Okay. Okay, so just something like that to get this texture look. And whenever this dries down, you are going to be able to rip this off. When you're working with latex, you can take a little bit of tissue. So some of them are like double, so just make sure you have just this one layer. And you can just take small pieces off like this and apply it to the latex to make it more textured. Then I'm once again going over it. Just a little bit like that. Now we're gonna let that dry, and I'm gonna be right back. Like that. Now it's kind of almost dry, so I'm gonna go over it with some foundation, but only the part where we applied tissue to make it look more realistic later. We are gonna apply some blood over this later, so we don't need to apply foundation over just the latex part. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna break out after this, but yeah. Okay, so while we're letting that dry, I'm gonna start to work on this side of my face. And for that, I'm gonna use the fake blood, the sponge, and I'm gonna also use a sponge applicator. And that is to kind of work close to the edges. So I'm gonna give this a little shake. I don't know if it's needed, but so I just opened it and this looks kind of like a really sticky situation. Okay. Okay, so this is really messy. So this looks so gross and it's kind of really like glue. It's a good thing it doesn't smell anything. Okay, as I said, a really messy situation. Let's do the brow. Okay, now when we have the blood part down, what we are gonna do, I'm gonna take the tweezers and try to grab the latex and kind of drag it out and open it just to give this a little bit more gross effect. You see that? Yeah. There we go. There we go. And same over the tissue. And what you do want to do here, I'm going to cut it open actually. So you do want to be really careful with this. But let's try something like that. Yeah, like that. And then I'm once again going over it with the fake blood to fill in the gaps. There we go. Now as you see, we have this even more gross situation. There we go. Then we're actually done. Okay, now so for this next part, I'm gonna use my Morphe Dare to Create palette, and we have like a really big range of different brown shades to it, and I'm gonna use that to kind of create some effects and define these lines a little bit more. So basically what you want to do, let's see if I can talk you through this. So I'm gonna start by going into this shade right there. Here we go. So you kind of want to create like shades as if you are pulling the skin back. I feel like I need a little bit smaller brush. So I'm creating this shade behind the skin wherever I will pull. So this effect, can you see? This pulled up skin is actually white. So this part I'm gonna highlight, and that other part behind it, I'm gonna shade to create that effect as if I am actually pulling the skin. So we can also use a Cupid's bow and erase some things if you guys feel like you got like too much or anything like that. So behind the line, I'm adding just a little bit of shade to give it that pulled up effect I was talking about. So I zoomed you guys in a little bit so that you can see a little bit better. So once I've done that rough kind of sketch, I've worked with these two different brushes. So we do have a definer brush, this one to the left, or yeah, this one. Then we have this one is a small precision pencil brush, and that gave me the ability to be able to go in there and kind of shade it out. Now I'm actually went over to, this is my Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palette. It's almost all in browns, transition colors, and I actually went into one of these lighter ones, and with that you do want to create that highlighted effect. So as I was talking about, this effect that is the highest point of your skin. So I do want to add this first of all to here. So it will look crazy in the beginning. Just give it some time and really work with the product. You need to work back and forth, back and forth. Now I'm gonna take the definer brush, and again, I'm gonna use like a really dark brown and a little bit of black shade and outline this whole situation. And this part I am deepening in so that it actually looks like it comes under the skin, if that makes any sense. Okay, so actually now what I'm gonna do, I buffed out the edges of it just to look a little bit more natural, and now I'm just taking this is a stick eyeshadow. This is by Jordana and the shade Almond, and this is a pretty light shade. Then I'm just taking a clean, it was clean just a second ago, definer brush and going over the stick right like that, just a little bit of product. And now I'm gonna focus this right underneath, like wherever the black is there, right on top of the little skin mountain. Just like that. Now we get that effect. Can you see? It kind of looks like I'm lifting the skin up. I'm actually gonna go over my natural lines. Just like that. And then just keep doing, just keep going back and forth with this white one, and then again going back to my shadow brushes and going over that once again. I don't want too many sharp lines. I want it to look as natural as possible. Okay guys, so something like that. Okay guys, so last step will be to actually take, I'm gonna go in to the black shade and kind of this red burgundy shades, and I was looking for my stipple brush for this, but I couldn't seem to find it, so I just picked up a really fluffy blending brush like that, and I'm gonna go over just my eye, just like that, to create that same effect as the rest of the skin. And the same goes for my lips. So yeah, that will be it, you guys. So here we have it. There we go. This is how you do it. Maybe not as professional as Nick tutorials, but I tried. This was my first time. I hope I made it pretty easy for you guys to follow along. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave. And I wish you guys okay, maybe not yet, but soon, a happy Halloween, and I will come back next week with another one. So yeah, have a nice Sunday, y'all, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!